Here's something that you can use to double your business this year. You want to go from 5 deals to 10, 10 to 20? Do this, okay? You got to shift the context that you think about promises inside of. So, in other words, you and I were brought up in a culture where we think of promises as good. Like it's good to keep your promises. And if you don't keep your promises, you are bad. It's good to keep them. It's bad to break them. That's how we were brought up. That's sort of the culture, the context that you and I were born into. We didn't choose that. It's just the way it is. Keeping your promises are good. Breaking them are bad. Okay, well, you're never going to double your business if you have that context for promises. What do I mean? Well, if you keep thinking breaking your promises is bad, you're going to make promises you know you can keep. And you don't need to make promises if you know you can do it. What's the purpose of making a promise if you already know what's going to happen? I don't need to make a promise that says, this pen is going to hit the floor when I drop it. Ready? I promise this pen will hit the floor when I drop it. Okay, but that was going to happen anyway. I didn't need to make a promise for that to happen. No, you make promises that will have you do things that you wouldn't do if you didn't make the promise. You make promises for things that weren't going to happen anyway. So make big promises that you don't know how you can keep, and then deal with yourself in a way that has you get out of the way, whatever's in the way, so that you keep your promises. For example, every day I promise that I'm going to accomplish 5 things. I change these 5 things every day, but I put down 5 things that I know if I accomplish these 5 things, it'll move my business forward. They wouldn't happen if I didn't promise them. They're there's something that just keeps getting, brushed aside because I'm too busy, right? One of those things is always 2 or 3 hours of lead gen, always 2 or 3 hours of lead gen. Okay, and I promise that so that I hold myself to account for sitting there at my desk on the phone talking to people for 2 or 3 hours every day. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. There's a million other things I could do. Shooting this video today was something that I put on my list. I promised that I would do it, and I'm only doing it because I promised it. I've been thinking about doing this video for months, but I use a promise. Remember the old Batman? This is a good metaphor for that. Remember the old Batman with Adam West, okay? I'm old, but if you remember the old Batman with Adam West, he used to take his bat hook off his utility belt and he used to throw it up on a building and he used to pull himself up the building, right? Really walking sideways, but I know it's not a spoiler for you guys. Anyway, he'd pull himself up the building with Robin behind him, and he would meet Mr. and Mrs. Citizen high in their windows. But he would take that bat hook and he'd throw it up there and he'd pull himself out. That's how you can do that's what you use promises for. Use your promise to throw it out there and then have it pull you out of the morass of the day. Have the promise be the hook that pulls you into action, that holds you, and you pull yourself up out of the morass of the day, and you have that promise be the hook that has you accomplish what you know you need to accomplish. You do that every day, you will double your business this year. You want to talk about doubling your business and what it's like to be on our team? Let me know. Happy to help you with that. Aaron Hendon with eXp, Christine and Company. Let me know what I can do for you. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Talk to you soon. Bye.